Hello, Mebane. Today I'm joined by our one and only Mayor Hooks and our city manager, Chris Rollins. And it's that time of year again, the one where hot cocoa tastes better with friends and family, and time is best spent with loved ones. With everyone out and about shopping and spending money, we hope you are doing so wisely by only purchasing from verified stores and being extra cautious when providing your personal banking details. We know how valuable time is during these next few weeks, so today we just want to touch on a few hot item topics our citizens have shown a key interest in. First, we would like to start by wishing Chief Lewis the best in this next journey of life as he is about to enter retirement.
Yeah, the city of Mebane was proud to recognize and is proud to recognize the life, the legacy, and the accolades of Robert Bob J. Lewis, commonly known as Bob Lewis, chief of the Mebane Fire Department, on the occasion of his retirement. His service and his dedication have positively impacted many lives throughout his 30-year career in Mebane. Chief Lewis began as a volunteer firefighter and then was hired by the department as a full-time firefighter in 1994, serving within several roles. He was moved to the rank of fire chief in 2000 and was the city's first career fire chief. He will officially retire on December 29th, 2023. While serving as chief, has transitioned our fire department from a mostly volunteer-based department to a majority career firefighting department with 3 total fire stations and 2 more, stations 4 and 5, planned in the near future. Chief Bob Lewis was awarded the prestigious honor of the Order of the Longleaf Pine by Senator Amy Galey that is presented by the governor. This award is one of the highest recognitions of civilian accomplishments in public service within the state of North Carolina. His last official day is December 29th. And I just want to say that Chief Lewis has been a tremendous chief. He learned early on what it took to be a tremendous leader. He guided us through tremendous growth, and very proud of the effort that he made. And he has shown in Mebane as being fire chief. We will miss the chief, but it goes out as a tremendous accomplishment, and we're very proud of him.
I would have to say the same. It's been my honor and privilege to work with Chief Lewis these past 10 years. I don't know how he's going to sleep and not jump out of bed every time he hears the fire whistle going off in the distance, but I wish he and his wife a great retirement, health, wealth, and happiness for all his years' service. Being a fire chief in a combined department with paid firefighters and volunteer firefighters takes a special chief, and I'm very proud of everything Chief Lewis has done and accomplished with the Mebane Fire Department.
And as the community prepares for a heartfelt goodbye to Chief Lewis, we are excited to announce that we have hired our new fire chief, Chief WELLONS.
Yes, Kelly. Chief WELLONS started on Thursday, December 21st. He's highly proficient and experienced firefighter who has served various fire service roles over the years. He's currently the Chapel Hill Fire Department interim chief of operations and training. During his 20-year tenure with Chapel Hill Fire Department, Chief WELLONS has developed skills and training necessary to serve as a firefighter, a master firefighter, fire equipment operator, lieutenant, captain, and battalion chief. He has provided direct supervision of company officers, overseen shift training, mentoring, as well as incident management, inspected, repaired, and maintained self-contained breathing apparatus for departments in the Carolinas. In his current role as the interim chief of operations and training, he oversees the department's daily operations, including administering department policies and procedures for managing instructional resources, staff, facilities, records, reports. His role includes serving as the department's incident commander for significant events His experience and knowledge allow him to make well-informed decisions under pressure while maintaining positive relationships with external and internal stakeholders. Aside from his duties with the Chapel Hill Fire Department, Chief Wellons is highly familiar with the Mebane Fire Department. He has served as a volunteer for the past 8 years. Beginning in 2015, Chief Wellons started his volunteer work within the community, and in 2018, he worked his way up to the ranks to become a volunteer fire captain. In addition to his professional credentials, Chief Wellons holds numerous Office of State Fire Marshal certifications such as Firefighter 1 and 2, Emergency Vehicle Driver, Driver Operator Pumps, Hazardous Level 1 certified. He also holds certifications in Rapid Intervention Team, Technical General Rescue, specialty certifications in Confined Space, Trench, Vehicle, and Machinery. Through the FEMA, Federal Emergency Management Agency, Chief Wellons is certified as a National Incident Management Systems, Active Shooter Incident Management, Leadership, Emergency Response to Terrorism, Strategies and Tactics for Initial Company Operations. He holds a Critical Incident Stress Management certification through the University of Maryland, is certified in Fire Rescue Management from the University of North Carolina, Charlotte, and is certified in Law and Administration from Coastal Community College. Chief Wellons went through a long process that we started back in the fall with over 50 candidates, and we are very happy and look forward to working with him for many years as Mebane's new fire chief.
Very impressed with his credentials, very impressed with him as an individual. He will be a great add to our staff. Will add a lot of new ideas and new things for the fire department. And the citizens of Mebane should be very happy that we were able to hire someone of the caliber of Chief Wellons, soon to be Chief Wellons. And we welcome aboard our city staff and look forward to a long career.
Yeah, so if you see Chief Wellons out and about in the community, please do say hello and get to know him. Very, very nice and friendly guy. So now we're going to move into some items that I know the community is very interested in because it's been made very apparent. So during the December 11th Planning Board meeting, the BUC-EE'S rezoning and special use permit request was discussed. So I'm going to let Mayor Hooks explain a little bit about what's next in the procedure and process for BUC-EE'S.
Good deal. Thank you, Kelly. Yes, BUC-EE'S was on the agenda at the planning board in December, and a motion was made to approve the project, but failed 6-3. BUC-EE'S is going through the normal process through the TRC, ensuring everything is in compliance with local, state, and federal standards. The site plan that's submitted to the city staff and reviewed through the TR process allows for staff to confirm all the standards of our ordinance, that they are met, and the land use is in harmony with our long-range planning. And once staff has reviewed, it goes to the planning board, which you just heard voted it down 6-3. Then it goes to the city council for rezoning and a special use permit for a quasi-judicial process. Just a minute on what the quasi-judicial process is. It's a meeting in which the hearing body seeks to determine facts about a particular issue based on the evidence presented and exercises discretion to draw conclusions by applying specific rules or criteria to an individual situation or application instead of formulating policy. Can't consider evidence. I want to repeat that. Cannot consider evidence that is presented outside of oath or not presented at a meeting. The City Council will hold our public hearing for both items on January 8th at our regular City Council meeting. You must be sworn in at the quasi-judicial hearing part of the presentation. rezoning and special use permit request, two separate items at the January council meeting to vote on. To learn more about the special use process, go to our video on YouTube, Guardians of SUPs.
So Mayor, I would just follow up with the rezoning process and the quasi-judicial process. It's not something that's just a Mebane thing. This is actually spelled out in the North Carolina general statutes on how these meetings are held and the policies or the law that is set up for zoning and for quasi-judicial decisions.
Good point. It's very similar to a court of law. You have to prove your qualifications and your experience, and when you present the evidence to the council.
And as more businesses, people, and corporations continue to want to move to Mebane, we would like to make sure that our infrastructure sustains and can support the growth that's to come in the next few years. And so with that, another item that was discussed was the Water Resource Recovery Facility expansion. And that I'm going to let Chris explain a little bit more about and what the public may see or may not see in the coming years.
Thank you, Kelly. Just to start off, Water Resource Recovery Facility is a lot of words. It sounds a little bit complicated. It is not the Graham-Mebane water plant where water is treated to drink. It is the wastewater treatment plant where the waste from all over town comes over to the site right there off of Corregidor, across the creek from the MAC, and all the wastewater is treated, and eventually the cleaned water flows into the Mo Adams Creek. That process has been going on in Mebane at that site for over 100 years. Obviously, the treatment process has drastically changed over 100 years. It looks nothing like it did when it started. But as we're moving forward with the planned expansion that we've been talking about for the last 15 years, the zoning needed to be updated. All these years, evidently, it went back to some of the original zoning where that treatment plant was allowed there, even though it was in a residential zone. So there was a City of Mebane request for approval of the special use permit to allow the Water Resource Recovery Facility on the property that's located at 635 Corregidor, roughly 23 acres. The property was zoned to light manufacturing to conform with the current zoning district. There is an existing water resource recovery facility on the property that was developed before the recent development of the ordinance that required the light manufacturing and the special use permit, which was also a quasi-judicial hearing. Approval of the special use permit request allows for an extension of the facility that will improve the city's abilities to provide wastewater services from a current capacity of 2.5 million gallons a day to 4 million gallons a day, and eventually leading up to 6 million gallons a day. The need for the expansion comes from an influx of commercial businesses, jobs, residential growth. The population projections and wastewater capacity projection needs were created to plan for the existing capacity to meet the future needs and ensure a balanced growth. So that plant expansion has been designed. We're in the process of receiving state permits. We've received several of them, but not all of them at this point. It looks like that project will probably get bid in the spring of 2024, and then will probably last 1.5 to 2 years to complete everything. But so far, everything is going very well in that process.
And one last item we do want to touch on is just a reminder that Lumos is still working around our city to install a high-speed fiber optic internet access. And I'm going to let Chris tell you a little bit where we're at with Lumos and hopefully potentially how much longer they will be working on installation.
So I wish I had the perfect answer for that, Kelly. Lumos Fiber received a grant from the state of North Carolina to engineer, build, and operate and maintain a fiber network in Alamance County and Orange County, and a lot of other cities actually in the state. It is a 100% fiber optic network that will offer speeds up to 5 gigabytes per second. And it's symmetrical where the speed up and the speed down is the same. That's not the case for the providers in Mebane currently. It would give access to every home and business that it passes. Installation is obviously ongoing. Lumos is the name of the company that will own and operate. You see trucks all around town with the name GAC on it. That is the subcontractor that is putting that orange conduit pipe in the ground that then the fiber optic lines will be pulled through. So you're not seeing the fiber lines on the telephone poles like the Spectrum service is now. Their service will be underground on fiber optics. I did see an email just this week that they're hoping to light up fiber to another big section of town that mostly appears to be from around downtown and north. And that's sort of, that side of town started first. You can see them now working on the south side of town and all over the county. So hopefully the end of January, first part of February, they'll be lighting up another section of the city. You can find out more if you just get on there and Google Lumos Fiber, lumosfiber.com/local/NC/Mebane. If you like me, as you get online, you're getting all kinds of stuff on social media and everything from Lumos, as this is a new venture for them. A lot of people don't realize Lumos bought out North State Telephone at a high point. North State Telephone was a family-owned network telephone service originally. North State moved to a fiber network actually years ago. And so Lumos bought, North State actually bought a company up near, I think it's Waynesboro in Virginia, and created the new company. And they basically adopted the same standards that North State had of putting in an all fiber network instead of copper or coax. So we're excited that a new option for the internet in Mebane is coming together because it was state funded, and the FCC actually governs the rules around this kind of business. They have the right to be in the city and state right-of-ways. That's not something that we're allowed to regulate like years ago when Cablevision first started. So we have to work with them, coordinate to try not to put Lumos lines on top of water and sewer lines. But it's a long process. It's actually gone quicker than I thought it would. But it's hard when it's so much safer, and you're less likely to have issues with the underground system, but putting it in with all the stuff that's already in the right of way does make it tough and has a few bumps along the way. So we greatly appreciate everybody's patience as they're building out this system.
Thank you, Chris, for that update. And just a few last minute items, just so everybody is aware, city offices will be closed in observance of the Christmas holiday, Monday through Wednesday, December 25th through 27th. And we will also be closed January 1st in observance of the new year. If you would like to stay up to date or be notified about holiday garbage route schedule changes, please do sign up for Code Red. Code Red is an emergency notification system that enables local public safety agencies to notify their communities about emergencies by telephone, mobile, text message, email, social media, and more. So Code Red will be used to send time-sensitive emergency alerts about items such as missing persons or children's, natural disasters, severe weather, road closures or traffic alerts, as well as those garbage collection schedule changes. you can go to the City of Mebane webpage, and at the bottom of the homepage, you will see a little button or link for Code Red, and you can click on it and sign up that way. Or you can text Mebane Alerts to 99411 and enroll via text message. We also want to let everybody know that the Water Quality Preventative Maintenance Program, or otherwise known as our Chlorine Burnout, is currently going on, and that is going to take place until April 18th. A chlorine burnout is the process of disinfection from the current chloramines to chlorine to optimize our water quality in the distribution system. The water will continue to meet federal and state standards for drinking water, and it is safe for consumption and use. Some of you may have already noticed a temporary color, taste, and odor difference in the water. This is a normal part of the process, and we promise that the water quality has not been affected and will not be affected. If you have any questions, please contact the Graham-Mebane Water Treatment Facility at 336-578-3264 for any other questions. But with that, thank you all so much for joining me today. And we hope the City of Mebane hopes that you, the community and residents, have a wonderful and safe holiday season.
Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Chris. I hope everybody had a great holiday, a great Christmas, and I want to wish everybody a happy new year. We're tremendously blessed in Mebane, and we hope that the 2024 will continue to bring prosperity and positively charming things to Mebane. With that, thank you very much. And Mebane, remember, stay positively charming.